Joining us on the line right now is the Hall of Fame jockey, Mike Smith. Mike, thanks for joining us. Greg Wolf, Paula Duca, Andy Serling, Maggie Wolfendale with you. I want to know, obviously, the target on your back with Justify. Even all the other trainers in this race seem to think that Justify is just would really have to back up to not win. What's foremost on your mind as you kind of mentally prepare for tomorrow?
Well, really, what I hope for is just to get away well, get away in good order. Get him to where he can. He's going to be forwardly placed, but just get him in a happy, comfortable spot. If that's sitting right off of 1 or 2, that's fine. But if it's on the lead, that's fine as well. But it's just getting out of there real good. The track's a mess, as you well know. So, good Lord's willing, we'll catch a good break and just go from there.
Mikey, you told me that this horse has a mind that's different, even though he hadn't raced at age 2, and you really felt that that's what separated him from other horses. Now, you've ridden some great ones. I mean, we can go on, and I don't want to ask where this horse ranks, but does he have enough seasoning? Is it worrying you at all, 5 races in 91 days?
Well, he's getting more as each race goes along, Paul. So I guess that's a good thing. So far, he's passed all tests, and he seems to be getting smarter with each and every race. I mean, he handled the Derby crowd and the pressure of the Derby and standing in the gate real long. I mean, he did it all like he'd been doing it for years. He's come over here. Bob said he's just loving it. He just kind of trained real well this morning and went back to the barn, and I think he's kind of liking all the publicity and all the hoopla about him. So far he's been great, and I think like I said, if given the opportunity, he's going to run a big race again.
Mike, it's Andy Serling here. Thanks so much for taking the time to join us. They were going so quickly early in the Derby. Were there any points early in the race when you were at least a little worried that maybe you were moving a little too fast?
Yeah, going into the turn, Andy, when we ran up underneath the wire the first time, he was actually going to settle pretty nice, but, they had that track was really sealed, and, man, there was a lot of noise. So it had him a bit keener than he probably normally would have been, but when both the Oro came to his outside, that kind of forced our hand a bit. And, man, he really kind of jumped into it at that point. I thought, oh, man, we're rolling, man. I know we're going fast. But I kind of looked underneath my arms, and, boy, everyone's right behind me. So I thought, well, if I'm going faster, they're coming with me. It wasn't like I was out there by myself. And sometimes when you've opened up 3, 4, 5, and you're running pretty quick, and you look back, and they're a good 5 lengths behind you, then you really start worrying. But had the whole field, there with me, so I thought, well, if anyone's going to get him, it's going to be someone flying from late. But, I had a horse the whole time, believe it or not, even heading for home. When Good Magic made that good run at him, boy, he jumped into the bridle and just gave me that real good, confident feeling that he was going to finish, strong in the last part of it, and he did.
Maggie Wolfendale here. Always a pleasure to talk to you. And once again, you're going to have to be dealing with a wet track. As you alluded to, Pimlico, very wet and soggy with even more rain forecasted over the next 24 hours. Mike, you ride only the Sir Barton before the Preakness. What are you going to be paying attention to out there? And what can you tell us at least from the track here today? And how do you think it may affect Justify going forward to the Preakness?
As far as the track, Maggie, it was playing pretty fair. I mean, horses were down inside running well. They were running out in the middle of the racetrack and running well. Horses on the lead were running well. Several of them came from way back, and just, I think the trick was just handling the racetrack. It's not a deep track, Maggie. It's pretty firm actually right now. I don't know how much more rain we're going to get and how it'll change. But this morning galloping, everyone said he just skipped and floated over the mud, which is, really neat for such a big horse. He's really big. But in California at Santa Anita, he just floated over it. At Churchill, it got really sticky, and he didn't have no trouble with that. So I don't think the track will have anything to do with it. It's just a matter of him, getting the opportunity, him running his race.
Mike, you got on Justify on the second start of his career on a muddy track at Santa Anita. Everyone was talking about this horse before he even started. How good did you think he could be after that winning performance, your first time aboard him?
Well, he won with such ease that day. He just skipped over it. And if you could go back and look at the time, it was a pretty incredible time as well. And he did it well within himself, and I was gearing him down actually the last probably eighth of a mile. So, I mean, they knew they had something special before he'd ever ran. Now, a lot of times you see that in the morning, but you wonder if they're going to do it in the afternoon. Well, he did it the first time out, and he did it the second time out, and he did it the third time out. And if he'll do it again, I think we'll see something pretty special.
I know you want to take it one step at a time, but you're only human. Have you allowed yourself to dream that dream of what could
without
happen?
a doubt. I wouldn't be human if I didn't. How could you not? Especially with a horse of his talent, you can't help but to think something like that. But as soon as I do, we got to get through this race, and I take no one lightly. I mean, as you guys know, we've all been around racing long enough. We've seen it all happen. Things have to still go right, for us to win. So as long as those things go right, I think we got a serious horse on our hands.
Well, good luck to you, Mike, and I know it'd be bittersweet for you to come back here to try to finish off a Triple Crown where basically you made your name here at Belmont Park here in the New York Racing Association, and we're looking forward to you. And good luck and have a safe trip tomorrow.
Agreed, Mike.
Man,
Thanks so much for
thank you,
joining
Paul.
us.
I appreciate it. Thank all of you guys.
Hall of Fame
Hopefully,
jockey.
I'm seeing you guys in a few weeks. That's what I'm praying for.
Yeah, hopefully you'll be buying us dinner. How about that?
That sounds like a plan.
Wow, Paul's already taken some money from you.
Yeah, each and every one of you. Everyone's the family and everything. The kids, just bring them all.
All the best, Mike. We're rooting for you. Best of luck. Have a great trip tomorrow, and we hope to see you here in a few weeks with a lot on the line.
Sounds good. Thank you, guys.